Hello, this is Vampire, and today we have something a little bit different. Now, chances are, if you're watching this video because you're interested in this kind of thing, you probably don't really need to watch this video. This video is more like for your loved ones. If you have children that are going off to college or something like that, you're going to wish that they had some kind of a system like the one I'm going to present to you. Now, this is not the best method, or, I'm not claiming anything here, but what it serves is a guideline, something to think about. And if you do follow this to the T, I think in most circumstances it can only benefit you. Alright, so let's start off, okay? Basically what this is it's a method for you to get into your car. Just a very simple everyday thing. But believe it or not, this everyday thing that you do, there's also potentials for holes, potentials for you being vulnerable in there, being attacked or who knows what. So we just want to minimize the openings in your daily life. Alright, so the first step, number one, close the door. Now this seems very, very obvious, but if you go to your car and if you do open it, you need to get in and close the door immediately. When you leave the door open and maybe you're not paying attention, you're talking to people and stuff, you're giving chances for people to go into your vehicle, people to steal stuff from your vehicle. If one door's open, there's a chance that the other doors may have automatically been opened or something like that. And then one of the worst things that I've ever seen, and I know a lot of people do this, is to do it like half-assed. Basically, you're sitting down inside your car and the door's open and you have like one leg sticking out of the vehicle. And this is like the perfect opportunity for the bad guy to slam the door on your leg and make you very, very exposed to some extreme pain right there, and who knows what they can do to you after that. You're giving them your leg basically. So it's just real simple, but the idea is once you get into your car, there is a certain safeness in there. There's a barricade in there, so you want to be able to have the option to close the door and have that barricade. Alright, chances are if a dog's coming after you or something, you get in the car, you close it. You don't want to leave it open, you don't want anything to come inside. That's why even opening the windows, which I haven't mentioned in here, but opening the windows is also something that's going to make you very, very vulnerable. This is a real life situation where there was this girl, and she was in a traffic jam, and basically there was some road rage involved. She flicked someone off or whatever, and then this jerk off gets out of his car, and because her window was down, right, he was able to stick his arm through and grab her by the throat and choke her in front of all these people, and no one did anything. Yeah, perhaps she was being arrogant and shouldn't have done something like that. Perhaps she was dumb for leaving the window down or whatever, but nobody deserves to just get their throat wrangled like that. And the guy, whoever did it, I hope bad things come to him. He's a coward, basically. Would he have done that if it wasn't a girl and it was a like I like to give the example, a 300-pound biker, a one percenter? Probably not, so to me that's a total coward. What a jerk, right? So anyway, you don't want to be this girl, so even opening the window is something you gotta definitely think about when to do it and stuff. Okay, so moving on to number two. Number two is start the car, okay? Once you get into your vehicle, you close the door, and now that the door is closed, I feel that it's safe to go ahead and start the car. If there is someone inside there that shouldn't be and they attack you at this point, because your doors are not locked, you could still take off. And if you need to, you could use the car itself to your advantage. So you could actually get the car moving and then slam on the brakes or something just to throw them off by this point. So I think it's a really good idea to go ahead and start the car at this point. So number three is, after this, I would say go ahead and lock the doors. if they haven't attacked you by this time, all right, you know, who knows what they got planned. Okay, so I think it's safe now to go ahead and lock the doors. Or if there is someone out there that shouldn't be and they're eyeing at you or whatever, you know, this is definitely, please, you should have already locked the doors by this point, you know. So definitely lock the doors. And the reason why I think it's important to lock the doors early is because when you're actually driving and then you reach your first stoplight or intersection or whatever, and maybe, you know, when the car has to stop while you're driving, right? You know, there's some people on the street and stuff like that. You're vulnerable. It's too late. And if you do, let's say, lock the doors and stuff at this point because you saw them, you know, they might take offense to that, you know, and that just might aggravate and give them reason to start messing with you. So you want to have it already done, right? Okay, so number 4, fasten the seatbelt. I fasten the seatbelt right here. This is the last procedure that I do because I think if you get in the car and then you fasten the seatbelt right away, you know, you're vulnerable to, you know, it takes away the option of getting out of the car. You know, if it was actually a better choice to leave the car, you kill that option. You know, if you fasten the seatbelt before you lock the door, you know, a bad guy can walk in, open the door, and now you're just like, you're fastened right there. You know, you've helped them, you know, secure yourself. So that's why I like to leave fastening the seatbelt at the very end. But you know, definitely, please don't forget to fasten the seatbelt. It is important while you drive and everything. So, all right. So these are just simple 4 steps that I follow, and you know, just try to make it as automatic as possible. It should be a natural routine for you. And if you don't do these routines, it should feel a little awkward.